You're right, I deserve it all. All of it. All of it. I deserve everything. All of it. Time.
Hello everybody, because semi-recently I hit 200,000 subscribers. Yay! Yay! No one cares. Today we're going to be having a look at Elphaba as a special treat for all of you today. Yay! Because as you guys may or may not remember, I used to look at Elphaba quite a lot when I first began my channel. So I thought today we'd have a little update. Now, if you're asking yourself, who's Elphaba? First of all, sit there and just be very eternally grateful. But second of all, if you don't know, I'll give you a little recap. So, Elphaba is a TikTok star who lives in England. She kind of became famous for doing crazy things like having a series of sporadic meltdowns on TikTok Live anytime she wanted to get herself up on the TikTok Live ranking system. She's known for having many kind of conditions, not mental one. Well, we'll get onto that. But things like scabies and head lice and probably ringworm. Somewhere in the mix. She's had beef with multiple different creators, including the lovely Chelsea Liart and also the other one. Her mum is an absolute insane, crazy woman who you kind of look at her mum and think, well, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And if any of you are new around here and you don't quite know me and Elphaba, we also go back quite far.
See, she's pretty, but a bitch. Do you know what I mean?
She's had some things to say about me before. Is she wrong? Is she wrong? Probably not. She was most famous for, however, lying about being diagnosed with certain things. She actually went on a talent show where she claimed to have autism. It was literally Autism's Got Talent or something like that, and she won. And then she had to basically say, okay, turns out I actually don't have autism, which is a lovely thing to do.
I lied about being diagnosed with autism, correct? And that's damaging.
And then ever since then, she's been collecting diagnoses like Pokemon, collecting diagnoses like Bonnie Blue collects STDs. So today we're going to be having a look at what she's been up to recently, because a lot of you've been harassing me, haven't you, for an Elphaba update. So to those people who think I'm a bully and never shut up about her, here's some more material for your little Reddit forums. Oh, and before we get started, I have seen Wicked now. So, yeah.
You're right, I deserve it. All of it. All of it. I deserve everything. All of it. Times now.
Okay, I guess we started at the worst part. Well, first of all, has anyone seen that clip of the guy that's like standing at the door and the girl's like, what's there to talk about? You met Ella. And then he starts punching himself in the face.
You heard it wrong.
What did I hear wrong? You met Ella. What?
That's what that reminds me of. But when I first saw this, okay, genuinely, I know I had a bit of a smile there, but I can't really help it. It is an insane watch. And I think because we've been following Elphaba for so long now, it's kind of just like, if you saw this, right, out of context, you would genuinely sit there and be like, oh, this is really sad. And it is still sad, but you would think like, this is really disturbing. This girl needs help. But I find my empathy is limited purely because come on guys, we've been here, haven't we? How many meltdowns have we seen? How many times have me and you sat here and watched Elphaba either punch herself in the face or pull her hair? It just gets to a point, you know? It gets to a point. It's just all I'm going to say. And like everybody says, it gets to a point where she does this around the times where she wants to get on the leaderboard, and it works. I mean, it works, because I can't say because I'm here watching her now because I saw that clip. It's not, you shouldn't be doing that to yourself. And as much as I jest, I do have an element of sympathy. I think she's got serious mental issues.
Fuck off. I've had it for 5 years. I'm used to it. I've grown a thick skin at this point. So I tell you one thing, don't try me.
Low-key me when I get hate comments. Also, if you've got a thick skin, maybe don't react like this, because it kind of gives the impression that you don't really have a thick skin. Now, as someone who is online, right, I know how hate can be. It's a bit jarring sometimes because people do forget, right? These people are human beings. People often see people on camera, such as myself, okay? Now, I'm no internet famous celebrity, no internet sensation, if you will. Ugh. But I do think that being online, people do view you differently. They kind of look at you and they think, yeah, I can say whatever I want because she's not real. You know, the amount of times I've genuinely had it where someone will say something horrible to me, like horrible. And I'll reply with like, thank you, cutie. And then they'll be like, oh, I didn't think you'd reply. I'm sorry. It's like, you are guzzling on my balls and titties right now. It's so cringe. It's like, these people are real, right? There's a certain level of understanding that you've kind of got to have. Like, I see this and I'm like, I don't blame her for crashing out to a certain extent, but if I had this level of a crash out, I'd just come offline.
I'm nuts. I'm absolutely nuts. I'm nuts. I'll bite someone at this point. You goes for me.
Don't bite people. Let's not start biting people.
I am unhinged, yeah. Woo! Nuts. I will stand up for myself. And that's how it will be forever.
You know, I've been having a really long think recently about Lolcow culture and Lolcows, and something that they all have in common is that they don't understand that even if this is a valid crash out, the internet will never ever let you crash out in peace. You can't. Do you know the amount of creators that I've seen have a downfall because they publicly crash out? If you crash out on live, it's usually lives that these lolcows are made. Think of Boogie 1999, or whatever his name is, Elphaba, other creators that I'm just not going to name. But when creators crash out on live stream, it's a hard watch because you know they're slippery sloping down into a lolcow hell, which they'll never escape from. And this is the problem. She may genuinely be crashing out and like it's valid. Like maybe people could have been horrible to her, but you can't do this. So number one lesson, guys, if you create it, you can't crash out on live. I've crashed out behind the scenes. Of course I have. I've crashed out before, but never in the face of the public eye. That's how you avoid being a lolcow.
So I'm done with a lot of ya. No, just don't watch me then if you're triggered. Clearly. Can't take my heat, then don't watch. Because I can't be asked. Go watch someone else.
How do you argue with yourself? Like, how do you argue on a live stream? How do you get this emotional? I don't understand. I think you could say, Kate, how are you talking to yourself? Because I am. I'm talking to you, the listener right now at home. But for the most part, I'm talking to myself. Like, sometimes I look at myself from an outside perspective right now, and I'm talking to a lens. Yeah? But how do you get this irate on a live stream? There's no such thing as cyberbullying. Just close the screen, as they used to say. Okay? Just close it. Take a deep breath. Go and sing some Defying Gravity or whatever it is you do.
Folks talking hours of their life on me. Hours. Dedicating their life to me. They got no life. They got no job themselves.
Okay, I feel slightly targeted. And you know what, while we're at it, to the people that say, imagine being so pathetic that your content, that your job is talking about people, get a life. Yeah, but the difference is I actually get paid for this. Okay, I actually earn moolah for this. In fact, this Elphaba video is going to pay my rent. Okay, the difference is between me and Elphaba who crashes out on live is I actually get paid to do this. Quite a good amount as well, if we're being transparent. Whereas Elphaba's money, and this isn't a contest of who pisses the most pound coins, but you know, if she was earning bank, then I'd be like, you know what, I get it, but she's not. So at this point, what's the point? Not that money is everything, but if you are going to publicly crash out and you are going to be a public spectacle, you gotta make your bag go, you know?
How do I look? Do I pass female to you right now with no makeup on?
Yeah, I appreciate, you know, these accounts that kind of clip up Elphaba's content because it means I don't have to go and watch it myself. But I do take slight issue with people clipping up stuff like this. I just don't really care. I do believe that there is a portion of people out there that direct hate towards Elphaba because she's trans. And to me, like, her being trans is not in the equation of her being a lolcow. To a lot of people, that will be a big part of it because obviously, as I learned from talking about, you know, defending trans people, there's a lot of transphobic people around, right? It's just how it is. I'm not saying that's the main reason why people hate her, because I hate her and I'm not transphobic, right? But yeah, I don't understand people cutting up. So I just don't care. Like, her passing or not passing is none of my concern, really. It's not what I'm seeing when I'm seeing her. I'm just seeing crazy lunatic.
What I display on live is not what I'm like in real life, okay? And I understand, right? And I'm coming from a real perspective here. I have mental health issues, right? And TikTok has been my grown-up thing, right? It's time to not do that anymore, and I understand that. right? Yeah, but how can you explain showing SH online? I understand that you can call me out for. I will say that. You know, I'm sorry about that. I really am sorry about that. I am. I am so sorry for doing it. It was a cry for help. And it wasn't the right way to do it, but it was a cry.
So I missed this and I couldn't find it, and it's probably good I couldn't find it anyway because I don't know if I'd be able to show it. But apparently she was like holding a kitchen utensil against a certain part of her body and basically saying that she was gonna end it. She's done that before. I can't believe I'm even saying these words. But also apparently she then was talking about how she had SH marks on her, and then like the day after she showed herself and there was nothing there. I don't know. I can't speak too much on it because I'm not sure. And obviously it's a sensitive subject. I don't think live streaming when you're mentally ill is just a good combination. I think live streaming alone is something that's going to cause you to be the worst possible version of yourself. Live streaming is risky business because I do agree that to an extent, and I used to say that we know who you are because we see all of you. We don't know who anybody is when they're online, unfortunately, but we can get a very good sense of it. And unfortunately, Elphaba, if you are a lovely, lovely, sweet young woman, we're not going to know that because of what you're displaying online. And when you repeatedly display behaviours, you know, that's when it starts to be like, okay, I think you are just mentally challenged. Can you say that? Mentally unwell. And I think it gets to a point where saying that you're not like that and you're just so lovely, it gets a little bit annoying because, you know, you can make mistakes. Contrary to cancel culture belief, you make mistakes, you're a human. That's the beautiful part of human nature. We're all assholes, but you learn from them, you grow, and there's just not been much growing. You're kind of like a stunted little cauliflower. You're not really getting anywhere. You're like the cauliflower that died in the pack. It's like, oh, that's really sad. You're not actually growing. You're just sat there withering away. That's the issue here.
I've helped because people have been so horrible to me. So I was like, here's my pain, but I didn't realise I was hurting other people in the process. And that's just how it is. And I don't expect anyone to forgive me for that. But it was a cry for help. And now I've got help. I'm on meds. So I'm on day 13 now.
Oh yeah, another thing in the Elphaba lore, she's on sertraline now, or Zoloft, I don't know. I've been on sertraline before, so this is going to be an interesting watch.
I'm drowsy. I got elephants on my face. Oh, why am I happy? That doesn't make sense. Why am I happy? That's weird. No, it can't be working that quickly. Am I just happy? Am I in the head? Like, is my mind just doing this for no reason? Am I that in the head that my mind has to, like, go into a happy mode and then... Oh my God, that's really sad.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this because I have been on sertraline and not to get deep, all right? But I started sertraline when I was in the darkest... the darkest days of my entire life, right? It was like a last resort. I'd had therapy for years. I've always been someone to try and bring myself out of bad mental health spots because I'm not against medication, but I'd rather try and help myself before trying medication. And when I took sertraline, a lot of people saying you don't feel anything for months, but I personally disagree, because when I first started taking sertraline, within 2-3 days, I had side effects. I didn't feel better, I just had mainly side effects. Like my jaw was like, it was like gurning, it was like doing MD all over again. Not that I've ever done MD. Okay, but it was like my jaw was like straining, and I remember I felt quite sick and I did feel quite numb, but I don't know if that was just placebo. But I did not feel happy and I was not giggling and I was not like this. Having said that, I don't want to talk on behalf of anybody else's mental health medication journey, because I don't think it's fair to sit here and say that's definitely I mean, we can make assumptions based off of the fact that it is pretty unrealistic, I think, to have a 180 in personality just because you've taken meds however many hours ago. But I don't know, it feels a bit weird for me to sit here and say that she's like faking it, because it could genuinely be placebo. We just fucking don't know.
That is crazy. No, yeah, but can you get me? Like, placebo effect is nuts, isn't it? Like, I feel drunk, but I'm not. I'm tired. It's like tired feeling. But I'm happy, like, I'm laughing, but I'm not drunk. It's weird because I can't explain it. I'm drowsy, but I'm laughing. Like, I'm like, send me a hate comment, I'll laugh at it kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? I'll be like, look at you. Sorry.
I don't really have much to say about that other than when I was on sertraline, I could not bust a nut. I'm going to be honest. Couldn't bust a nut. It sucks. Plus, having ADHD alongside of depression is kind of crazy because you can't remember to take the sertraline. So it's like the amount of times, and before anyone says, well, you obviously didn't need it that much. Thank you, Sherlock. I did. It's not a good combination. So it'd get to Fridays when I'd been on it for a while and kind of got used to it. And I'd be like, I haven't got enough meds and I haven't ordered any new ones. So then I'd quickly, frantically try and get them. Pharmacy would be closed. Brain zaps. Couldn't move I ended up cold turkey in them. I'm not recommending you do that. It's not good for you. But lo and behold, I got better. Not that you can tell. I'm insane.
Fuck off! Go away from me! You know what I'm doing?
Not relevant, but why is she always crashing out in Chinatown? It's like a regular occurrence, like Chinatown annual crash out. Why is it always in Chinatown? I had a uni friend actually who was on the night out that Elphaba was on when she had that first crash out where she was lying on the floor with a mascara running down her face. And I didn't know my uni friend that well at the time. She just told me, and that's kind of how we became friends. So, fun fact, made a friend because of Elphaba. Thanks, Queen.
I know what I'm doing anymore. Leave me alone. Fuck off from me. Go away.
This is the severe making of a Lolcow, and this is after she's been made into a Lolcow. I actually do feel bad because she obviously clearly has mental health issues, right? I people saying that she doesn't is insane because this alone, sitting on a live stream alone, just crying, like, and not ending the live stream is a mental health issue itself. Like, that deserves a diagnosis. You can't argue with that one. And I wouldn't even say it's purely just attention seeking because this is crazy. This is going to follow you for the rest of your life. And I often think about that in Lolcows, and I just think, like, it's kind of sad because it's like you've up your life. And I wonder if that's a big reason as to why they continue to do it, because it's like, what else is she going to do?
Go away from me. Get away from me. Off. Fuck off. Stop laughing at me, please. Everyone stop laughing at me. Please, I'm begging. Stop. I was just hanging out with a friend and then I got a bit fucking aggressive and I had to leave because I got fucking offensive. No one understands me. No one's fucking with me tonight. I swear on my life. Cancer, no one understands. I want someone with me right now to understand what I'm going through. I want to go home. I'm embarrassing myself on live stream. I don't want to be on live anymore. I'm trying to have a stable place. A stable job. A stable place. I don't want to be on live. I want to not be on live anymore. I don't want people to see this.
But to end the live. What's going on? Like, am I missing something? Is she being held against her will? Is there like someone following her around? Like, you will live stream. Like, just end the live. What? This is giving me like pure flashbacks to when I used to do Elphaba content and I would just be screaming, end the live.
You understand that? No one's seen my phone. No one's seen my I don't want to do all that shit. I need a nurse right now. I need someone. I'm being crazy right now. I don't know what it goes through.
Okay, it's getting a little bit depressing now. I'm going to end that one. There's nothing to say that I haven't already said. I don't understand. I just don't understand.
How many of you think I've got a talent for makeup? Let me know in the chat. Because, like, I'm 19 now.
Okay, I don't know if this is offensive to say, so please don't get mad because it's genuinely not meant to be offensive. Like, it's not coming from an offensive place. But natural makeup, no. But, like, drag makeup, yes. Because, like, you know how the drag makeup is a lot more exaggerated and just, I love drag makeup. And that's a whole other story. But I think she could be good at drag makeup. Natural makeup, what people typically want, like day-to-day no. But drag makeup, I think she genuinely could be good at. I love drag makeup. Just continue.
I wish I had like heels, but yeah, these are not cute, are they? I mean, I don't know.
I just don't really like that dress, to be honest. It's just not, I don't know, it's just not very nice. Like, why are the colours like that? Yeah. Not for me.
But medically transitioned. But I want to, and that's who I am. You know, that's me. I want to have boobs. I want to be a female. I literally am a female, and it just hurts that people want to go against that. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm not even hurting you with my identity. Like, leave me alone. Like, why are you saying I'm not trans?
And I do fully agree with that, and it's something I've been saying for a really long time. You know, I get a lot of people on my Elphaba videos that say, like, oh, you're giving in to her delusions, or you're giving in to the wrong pronouns delusions. And, like, the way I see it, right, is that regardless of what you believe about her gender identity, is that it literally doesn't affect me, nor does it affect you. And it's also about, like, the other trans people that are witnessing Elphaba and what Elphaba is doing to the trans community. And, you know, trans people seeing a trans person be misgendered is also gonna affect them, because it makes trans people, I guess, realize that people will only be respectful of your gender identity if they deem you to pass, or they think you're feminine enough or masculine enough. Her gender identity is nothing to do with me. I do not care. What she's got between her legs is none of my concern, and it shouldn't be any of yours either. We've got bigger fish to fry, like her punching herself in the face on live stream.
Just stick to your appointments you make. Well, yeah, obviously, but I'm in overdraft. I couldn't go to my dentist appointment today. I couldn't. But I gave notice. I'm terrible with appointments. I actually am. I forget. I'm distracted. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's...
Oh yeah, she's gone down this route now of basically saying that I don't know if she's actually she's not diagnosed with ADHD. However, guys, I'm in the club. We're official. I've known I've had ADHD for a really long time, and I'm not Elphaba, all right? When I say I knew. Okay, but I didn't really go around telling people I was diagnosed or anything like that. But someone in the comments said, because basically she has cavities, she has bad teeth, right? And it's because she doesn't look after them or go to the dentist. And someone said in the comments, the ADHD people I know are obsessively on time to everything. That's actually not entirely true. Maybe the ADHD people you know, not me. I have extreme time blindness. And this is the thing that I do not like about Lolcow hate, is that there's no nuance, right? Obviously, she's not even diagnosed, right? This is a separate issue. But trying to act as if, like, your personal experiences mean that somebody else's experiences are untrue is not correct. I am late to everything. I am either extremely late to the point where sometimes I just won't go, or I'm extremely early and then I have to wait around for ages. It's not a case of one size fits all for ADHD or autism. Obviously, it's kind of a point of speech because she doesn't even have ADHD. Well, she's not diagnosed at least. It just irks me a bit when people do that. You can't do, because I have ADHD and I've struggled with it for years, and I'm not on time at all. So you can't really make statements like that. But you know,
ADHD, babe, sucks. I don't care.
And also, sitting there being like, it's part of ADHD, babe. Like, you haven't been diagnosed. And again, I'm not playing ADHD diagnose Olympics, right? But the reason why people are annoyed about this and they get agitated about people claiming they've got something when they're not diagnosed is because there is a mass, and I've seen this, right, with my own eyes. Being a 22-year-old woman who's just been diagnosed with neurodivergency, right? People don't like it. Adults usually are the people to say to me, like, oh, everyone's got ADHD these days. And it's because you've got these people that think it's a label, that it's quirky and it's fun. And I can tell you right now, my ADHD has caused me eating problems, money issues, depression from undiagnosed ADHD burnouts. You know, it's not a fun thing to have. I've had meltdowns after meltdowns because I'm just like, why can't I be normal? You know? So I don't like it when people act like ADHD is something that people just want to have, because anybody with ADHD knows it's not fun. And if you're one of those people that sits there and thinks, oh my God, it's so quirky, like, you should die, to be honest.
I'm making fun of ADHD, not smell you fucking one, I don't care. I've had it enough. You think I'm making fun of my own struggles? Piss off. It sucks, you don't understand. It sucks. It is so stressful to have ADHD. You do not get it unless you have it. It is.
But you don't have it. I'm confused. What do I give a I don't care.
Crazy stressful. Great. Like, oh my God, it's the worst thing. Like, honestly, sometimes it'll be so slay. Sometimes it's not. Like, oh my God, like.
Yeah, ADHD is slay. I sometimes wake up and I'm like, I can't do anything and I'm a big fat loser, right? Slay. ADHD got me like not doing anything. Received a court demand because I didn't pay my council tax on time because I kept putting it off, and I had to pay the entire sum plus £50 up front because I put it off. But that is slay, right? That's slay. It's slay that after getting my ADHD diagnosis, it took me weeks to do my blood pressure readings because I just kept putting it off, even though I'm desperate for meds. Make it make sense. But that's slay. Living like a crazy person sometimes is pure slay vibes.
Do you guys want honesty? I'm terrified to take my trash out. Like, this milk is going off in my house. And I've got 2 rubbish bins stacking up. It's really fun. I feel like in prison. Oh my God.
It really annoys me when people just think that, and I'm not saying that like she doesn't have ADHD, I genuinely don't know, I don't really care. But when people think that just because they're lazy, they have ADHD, because I've seen it, guys, I've seen it with people where it's like, and I'm talking about people on social media, not people I know in real life, but they'll just be like, guys, I think I have ADHD because I literally can't be bothered to do anything. I'm like, thanks, that's a really good stereotype to create about people with ADHD. Really appreciate that one. Because remember, guys, we're all lazy who just can't be arsed and want an excuse.
I talk about rubbish and a fruit fly flies near me. I've left the mints in the fridge for like 3 days. 4 days now. I can't eat it, obviously. And it's been in the fridge and I'm scared to take it out. You don't understand, like, having ADHD and autism is the painful thing in the world. And depression.
Shut up.
So I felt upset in how I was feeling due to online hate. So I'm just going to turn this off. And I basically was, I was basically feeling like my moods were changing really quickly. So it was very like, I feel really shit a second, and then the next thing I'm all right, which is so weird. And it basically kind of just fluctuates. So something can trigger me, and it can kind of like create like a really hard like situation because I can get quite aggressive. I can start picking my skin and things like that, which is like really like difficult for me to like deal with. I just don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, my breathing's alright as of right now. I'm currently eating sushi. Yeah, something triggered me. It was my live chat. Some of my live chat triggered me on.
Yeah, it was just the live stream that continuously bullies me all the time, and like I'd never have a moment of peace, even though I'm really mentally ill. I still decide to do it. Do you know how much money it costs the NHS? Do you know how much this costs? This is crazy work.
TikTok. No, not right now. It's just when it happens in the moment, like I can like smash things up and I can actually get quite aggressive, but not towards people, more towards myself. I cancelled that ambulance. I said, I don't want to waste your time. Like, I don't want to be wasting resources. She was like, no, it's fine. Like, just cool. Like, she's like, because on my records it says I've got anxiety and depression. I'd rather be waiting 8 hours in A&E for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, no, I would not want that at all. No, thank you.
That's unbelievable. I feel like I'm trying to be, nicer than I have been to her before, but what? You got upset, so you rang 999 for an ambulance because your chat triggered you. I'm going to start ringing an ambulance every time I get pissed off by a YouTube comment. Every time someone says something where I look at them and I'm like, you're not real, I'm just going to ring. I'm not even going to ring an ambulance. I'm going to ring a firefighter. Mix things up a bit.
I'm diagnosed with depression. I am. I always say I am fully diagnosed with depression. I'm fully diagnosed with anxiety.
I love how she has to say she's fully diagnosed with things because there's like a plethora of different mental illnesses that she's kind of half said she's been diagnosed with. Now, I do think sometimes that having suspected XYZ is okay, because sometimes you do think like, I probably do have this one thing, but I feel like you don't go around vocalizing the fact that like you do have it when you don't, and it's kind of like a non-issue really in the grand scheme of things. But if you're trying to avoid online controversy, it's best to just not do that. It's not a competition, you know, to have all of these things. It's not. You're allowed to be mentally healthy.
GAD, generalized anxiety disorder. I'm fully diagnosed with IBS, and I'm fully diagnosed with my
Depression, anxiety. Myself when I eat ice cream. Me too, girl, me too. Sorry, you know, it's okay, Katie. Pick your battles. Pick them wisely, because this isn't one of them. You don't need to die on this hill.
condition, etc. So that's it. They put me onto the Oxetine in 2021, but I'm actually going to try and get on meds again because apparently I need to give medication another shot. I haven't really given it a shot, so I'm going to give it a shot. I just don't know what antidepressants are like, because obviously if I go on antidepressants, I have to be careful with my drinking because you can get quite drunk on them, you know?
And that's not a lie, kids. You don't want to know the stories I have about drinking on sertraline. Ended up in an ambulance, lost my phone. And no, I'm not proud of that because it's embarrassing. And truthfully, I thought when I was drinking on medication that the reason you don't do that was because you end up having no effects of the medication and it means it's void. I didn't know that it makes you all types of up. So we learnt the hard way. My apologies to the ambulance service having to deal with me throwing up out of my nostrils and my eyes. Wasn't my proudest moment, but alas, I've only been in ambulance once and it wasn't for long, so we're safe.
So I'm being referred for autism, I'm being referred for ADHD, because I was actually told by the ambulance service yesterday that I show symptoms of ADHD. I'm also being referred for those two things only, and the hormone and the mental health, and that's it. That's the shit. So that's it. That's the shit. Nothing else, nothing more. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm being referred. Like, that's literally what's happening. So that's it.
Yeah, just a lot of people in the comments being like, an ambulance service wouldn't say that to you. I don't really know. I don't know what they would and wouldn't say. Thing is this is not really relevant, but the ADHD and autism wait list is quite intense. I was quite lucky. Mine didn't take too long. I think it was a couple of years in total. Autism, I was referred to. Every time I bring up the fact that I've been referred for an autism diagnosis, everyone's like, Katie, we could have told you this. So thanks, guys. I appreciate that one. But I don't even know what's going on with the autism referral people. I remember, like, I got referred at the same time and I've heard nothing about them. But I think because with ADHD, the reason I wanted a diagnosis was for medication. I'm not particularly bothered about being diagnosed or not being diagnosed with autism. It doesn't change my life particularly. And I understand why other people want a diagnosis, but I'm not really in any particular rush. ADHD, you can kind of get help with. Autism, not so much. Not that anyone asked for that information. Moving on.
It's obvious, and I think everyone with a brain will see that I do have special interests. Wicked, be for real. Like, I don't want to, like, say I have it, but singing Defying Gravity every day for 12 years is not normal, is it really?
I personally, using my neurodivergent radar, and I don't like to be one of these people because I have my ex-partner, this is such a dumb anecdote, but my ex-boyfriend, yeah, the one that I've spoke about a million times, because there's just so many stories because he's that much of a... But when I first thought I had something wrong with me, so to speak, I didn't think I had ADHD per se, but I just said I struggle with these things. I obviously may have been describing ADHD at the time. I didn't really know because I didn't learn about ADHD until I was diagnosed properly. And he was like, you don't have any disorders, you don't have neurodivergency, you're just like this. And I was like, okay, sorry, neurodivergent, please, because he was diagnosed with autism when he was, like, a kid. So it was just a bit like, okay, that's nice, thank you very much, King. So I don't like being one of those people that tells people they do and don't have things. I actually wouldn't rule out Elphaba as having a neurodivergency. I think people are quick to say that because they just don't want somebody to be, right. But also, that's the great thing about referrals. You can find that out. And if you are someone who's consistently doubted on the internet, then just wait before you've got a diagnosis. Or don't share it. I don't know. Look, I don't know. All right? Leave me alone.
People can have interests, but, like, also, like, the special interest is a major thing in all.
Well, would you say, though, that my special interest is doing Elphaba videos? Because, I've done loads of them. And I would say that makes me, in some people's books, obsessed. But you're not my special interest. It's kind of, how do I explain it? It's like reading the news about Donald Trump. It's like, I have to know because he's a cretin. But at the same time, it's a horrible watch. It's kind of like watching Elphaba.
Autism, and I'm going to be telling my GP about that, So when people say to me, oh, you're doing this with you, no, this is real, this is how it is. You know how much I love Wicked. I'm not trying to prove anything.
I just find it funny because when Katie, no one cares, stop telling stories. But when I went to the dentist, not the dentist, when I went to the doctors when the conversation of neurodivergency got brought up, the best part is I went just saying, look, doctor, I've got issues, all right? I'm struggling with life. And I just described a little bit how I was feeling. And he asked me, he said, out of curiosity, are you diagnosed with ADHD and autism? And I was like, because I thought he was going to ask me about depression and anxiety. And that's just not how the conversation went. Fast forward, here I am with my conditions. And, you know, I didn't go in being like, I've got this, doctor, I've got this. And even when I did my assessment with the guy on the video call with Psych UK, I said, like, you know, I never have grown up being like, I've got this, this isn't something. I guess I was almost embarrassed because of people like this who make out that like everybody's just trying to get it because it's so quirky and silly. So it was almost like I was like explaining that, like, just let you know, okay, kind of like pick me vibes actually, like, I feel. Well, it was the opposite. It was like I didn't want to seem like a pick-me, so I was almost preemptively defending myself, which I guess kind of gives pick-me. But I was just like let you know, I'm not one of those people who just is thirsty for a diagnosis. Start
a GoFundMe. People just come. Do you know what I would do a GoFundMe for if I was to ever like do one again? I'd probably do one for veneers for my teeth. Like once I've got my teeth sorted, like trying to things like that.
Elphaba, we don't need any more GoFundMe. Do you think it's a good idea to create a GoFundMe for your teeth when people are angry at you? And I don't agree with the anger necessarily, but people are mad at you because you took a lot of people's money to transition and then you didn't transition. Again, I don't care when you transition, not my issue. But obviously a lot of people were upset about that because it's like you told people this money was for transitioning and then you didn't do that, which I don't know if that's a crime, I'm not really sure. But also a GoFundMe for teeth, it's like young Nemo needs your help to rebuild his house after it tragically burnt down. And this little girl has stage 7 hypothermia and she's going to die. And this little boy's mum died and so did his dad. And he's now homeless and has AIDS. And all of these people need money. And then there's Elphaba who needs teeth doing. She just needs the dentist. And I'm not saying that dentistry isn't important, but there are people that are in a lot more, I guess, need of dentistry work that don't get money and you're making money from doing live. Pay for your own goddamn teeth. Or actually, Katie, stop being a Elphaba, do a GoFundMe. I'll donate, all right, a lot. And, yeah, because I'm so nice. Also, truthfully, if she does do a GoFundMe and you pay, that's on you, bro. That's on you. You are the problem.
Why are you trying to wind me up? You're winding me up now. I'm getting wound up and it's not even funny. You're winding me up. Green hearts in the chat now. This is what happens to me. And I get...
Chat, this isn't a stream. Viewers, you're really pissing me off now. You're winding me up. And if you don't comment right now saying how much I'm talented and beautiful and amazing, there's going to be a problem, okay? Because you're winding me up and it's not funny. And comment how beautiful and amazing and talented I am down below.
I'm getting really angry and it's not even funny.
This is low-key me when my boyfriend's rage baiting me. You can't announce that you're angry because then they're going to sit there and be like...
It's so funny. You're playing with my mental health here right now. So you're saying that, and you're saying in my chat, and you're saying this, and you're playing with my mental health right now. So you cannot say I don't have mental health, because I don't really give a what you say to me, because your internet is full of toxic anyway. You're all toxic. I want positive people. That's what I want. Where are my queens? Where are my legends? Where are my beautiful people? Where are my beautiful icon legend queens? Where are you? I need to be positive. I need to be kind. Smile. I need to be kind. I'm getting really pissed off right now, so I need to be kind and smiley.
Smile and wave. We're in the original, okay? Yeah, put green hearts in the chat, guys, because I like hearts. Everyone likes hearts because they keep us alive. And green because Elphaba. Oh, that's why she does it. Because of, Moo. I'm not going to hate on that. All right, everyone in the comments, what woman would do that? Me? Oh, Farts are funny. I don't care. I actually don't care what you say. You know, if that's put all of you people off that are obviously so attracted to me, that's okay. Okay? In fact, this is a good thing. Maybe I should talk more. If this is such a turn off, I might start talking about farting because it might get rid of the people that ask me what colour my nips are in my DMs every day. So I might start doing that. Although then I might attract the people that are into whatever fart kink is called. I don't know. Moving on. I can't believe I get paid for this job. What the
Yeah, I'm looking for a job. Yeah, I actually am. I'm filling out my CV soon as well. And most importantly, I paid my tax.
Elphaba writing her CV. 1,000 meltdowns. Sings Defying Gravity more times than anybody else. Was publicly denounced as being part of Wicked because they were so embarrassed to be associated with me. Had head lice and skin condition after skin condition, and sharted, plus has slime kink. I can't believe I know all that. That's quite embarrassing more than anything else.
I paid my bills. I paid my shit. I paid my dues. I paid my dues.
The funniest thing is, I swear she had a controversy because she wasn't paying tax properly. It was something to do with tax. You just know that in her CV, it's going to be social media extraordinaire.
You can't do me for anything with a HMRC because, darling, I'm talking to them, I'm in full contact with them, and I'm absolutely declaring everything I'm earning, and I'm paying my tax. So that is one thing you can't do to me. Thank you. Okay? Okay, good. Because I know I've got mental health problems and I'm fucked in the head up here, so you can't do that to me. Thank you. Smug as fuck, darling, yes. Stop harassing me. Because I will be smug when I get my way. I need to stop. Come on, stop. You harass us.
To be honest, valid response. You can't really accuse a creator of harassing you unless they're going after you, which I don't think she is. She's just reacting. You can't really say she's... I disagree with that one. I'm siding with her on this one, guys. I'm sorry. I'm batting for the other side.
Guys, have I done so well? Like, I haven't reacted to the hate at all. Like, I've not been horrible. Like, it's been so amazing. Like, these pills are going to help me.
This is me. This is me at the end. This is me after posting a TikTok and the comments are like telling me to kill myself or calling me a murderer or whatever. Whatever it is. This is me. This is actually me.
I just know it. I feel that these pills are going to actually help me. They're going to help me. They're going to help me. I know they are. They're going to help me. I'm going to be on stage one day and I'm going to...
Yes, you are, Elphaba. You are going to be on stage one day. Everyone just say, yeah, it's nice to let people live their dreams. It's like Make-A-Wish.
Am I the UK Latino? I feel sick. The fact that people compare me to that is actually insane. Like, I literally wanted to cry. I don't want to go outside right now. I'm literally crying. Like, I felt sick.
This is kind of crazy. This is giving, like, who's that YouTuber who's that, like, pick-me trans YouTuber who, like, pretends that she just has pick-me things. I can't remember her name. Yeah, this is a bit cringe. First of all, Lily Tino, I feel like just rage baits, like, purposefully, whereas Elphaba, I feel like you actually can't help it. Not that they're both as bad as each other. I don't, like, this isn't a game of who's worse and who's better. But it's like, Elphaba, what are you referencing when you say, am I the, like, what are you so disgusted by? Because I'm getting a hint of internalized issues going on. Sorry. See, this is why I can't critique her for being gross, because I'm disgusting. But I have had Dr. Pepper, so let me off.
Letter dress. Oh my god, that was an error, wasn't it? Oh my god, do you know how much that dress was? Ages ago, it was 180 quid for that dress.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot. She bought that, I don't even know how you describe it, that green dress. Does look like a lettuce, and it cost her £180. And I understand now why people are just mad about where her money's gone. Where are your like, she sits here in one video and she's like, oh, I really want a boob job, I want my teeth done, and it's like you're spending £180 on a dress that looks like that. Why? You know, and I'm not a snob about clothes. Wait, if it makes you happy, mate, honestly, do what you want, but it's objectively a terrible dress.
Who is Elphaba? Orion Doherty.
I'm still not finding anyone with that name. Maybe if you could tell me what they're known for, it might help.
Oh my god, who is it?
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Katiclyzm is a British online content creator, known for being a YouTuber, a streamer on Twitch, and for her work in the camera and electrical department, notably as a camera operator for Freshie Canal rap battles. She also played the role of Lucy Barker in Patrick Bateman versus Sweeney Todd.
We don't talk about that. What is going on? What, a camera operator? But I mean, at least AI knows who I am, and like Elphaba, that's got to be good, right?
Elphaba Orion Doherty.
I'm still having trouble.
Oh my god, you're pissing me off. Right. Who is Elphaba Orion Doherty? Elphaba Orion Doherty. Elphaba Orion Doherty. Oh my god, I'm going to type it.
I think you're just going to have to take the L there, I'm afraid. I think they just don't know who you are, which I find hard to believe because the internet is full of things to say about Elphaba, so there's no way that is, because mine came up and I would say Elphaba is more known than me.
How are everyone doing today? Well, that's obviously fake, but like, you know what I mean? That's not bad, is it? I feel like I'm putting on like a Halloween thing.
I die on the hill that people look better with their natural teeth to an extent, you know, like veneers, no, Turkish teeth, no, unless obviously health issues, blah, blah, blah. But people's natural teeth look better, truly. Like those like block white teeth that look like, I don't even know, like you're chewing on chalk. It's just not a vibe. It doesn't look good. It scares me a little bit. You look like you should be on Geordie Shore.
Can't wait to bump into you in Soho. Cool. I'll call the police on you then, babe. If you're gonna make threats like that. I see you. I can't wait to see you either, darling. Now, off. Comments are off now. Because I'm getting angry and I can't help it. So leave me alone. Off, everyone. Stop watching me and leave. And go away and let me be and let me do my nails. I want to have 600 people watch me. That's what I want. I want my normal people. I want my supportive people. I want people who watch me and not going to put pressure on me. I want people.
600 people watching you. Those 600 are not supporters. I just wanted to just let you know. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like factually 600 of those people cannot be people that like you.
Coming down yesterday, my paranoia was nuts. You know, like when you're paranoid as right, and you're coming down, I hate it. It's the worst thing in the entire world. And your teeth, the jaw, nah, it's just not worth it.
So the time of kind of her denying that she was on has passed. She did have a coke problem. I think we knew that. And again, the amount of money that must cost is diabolical. All of these life decisions that she's making just make me want to scream. That you could just change your life in quite a big way. And at the end of the day, if you truly have aggression problems, coke is not that I know because I've never done coke. Okay, because I would never do such a thing because I'm a lovely girl, okay? But coke is not a fun to take if you, like, I don't have anger issues, right? And I don't think coke is a pleasant, I'm going to have to blur the word. Coke the drink. I'm talking about Coca-Cola the drink. Drinking Coca-Cola is not a good idea when you have anger issues. Or at all, obviously. No skiing, guys.
I want to go. I don't want it. I seriously do not fucking want it. I want to die.
My quality of life is gone. I'm banned from half the bars in London because people have emailed them. So I can't go anywhere. People even try theatres. So I seriously, my quality of life is gone. Kill me.
Elphaba not just stopping TikTok is like watching Amberlynn Reid not lose weight. It's like, why, what will it take for you to just think, you know what, I need to make some changes? Like, what will that take? I don't understand. These people just truly baffle me. It's like, and you know what, I give more grace to Amberlynn Reid because losing weight is hard. Turning your phone off is not hard.
Beg you.
We all go through how someone feels in the moment is valid. Doesn't matter what they've been through. What matters is how they are feeling.
Just get a job, please. Just get a job. I know you shouldn't say that in this current climate. Jobs are hard. Like, believe me, I've spent a big portion of my life on Indeed and it is difficult, but anything is better than this. I'm feeling drained just watching her, and I'm just getting a little insight into her life, and it's hard. It's a hard watch.
Remember the night I shared the live. Right, I'm literally thinking about doing it. No, oh my God, why did I say that out loud? Just roar it away. Roar! Just roar it away. Roar.
Okay. That's nice. I don't have anything to say to that clip other than apologising for holding a knife to yourself on a live and then doing it again. Not doing it again, but saying you were thinking about doing it again. After apologising and going, that's not who I am. It's crazy work. It's truly crazy work. Crazy work is the best way to describe this woman. Crazy work.
Your favourite show, say something on a response that hurt, and it was karma, and no one understands what wicked means to me. Wicked has saved my life so many times, and the obsession that I have, it isn't an obsession, it's a way of life for me, which is not a bad thing. It's like
I said this before when I first did the video on Alpha, but I actually do understand that it must be hard. You know, I'm trying to think about what I'm obsessed with the most. It'd be like if Ariana Grande said that she didn't want me to go to her concerts because she just didn't like me. I'd probably kill myself. It'd be the equivalent to that. So, like, I can imagine that it is pretty hard. But, like, surely that's a wake-up call, no? Like, Wicked had to denounce any association with you because they were like, we do not know this crazy woman. And you're that upset by it, but you still continue to make it so that you're never going to be affiliated with them because they're going to look at you. Well, it's too late anyway, but even if you did have a chance at redemption, that's obviously in the because this is what you do. I just don't understand. Like, Elphaba, if you're watching this, not that you are because you don't like me, that's fine. But your best bet, like, genuinely, is to, I don't know about get a job because I know that's going to be really difficult, but you might not be able to get a job until you've tried to, like, fix yourself. But if I was you, I would say, look, I would do a video on TikTok and say, I'm leaving TikTok until I'm mentally better. I'm deleting all my content that's up. This is my apology for being unhinged. I know I have mental issues. I know I haven't helped myself. And I know that being online is not going to help me heal. So I need to leave for a while. And then I'd leave, do whatever you want to do in terms of your gender affirming care or whatever you don't want to do. Improve your mental health, improve your hygiene, improve your physical health. Reflect on what the internet has not done for you, which is make you a good person. Get therapy, sort your anger issues out, and then rebrand yourself, right? I do think that it's possible for some people to come back, but you've got to be well liked. And at the moment, you're not going to be liked. And there will be a lot of people that will refuse to accept you even if you've genuinely changed, but those people, okay? It's about you becoming a better person, bettering yourself. And look, I know what the internet's like. People will hate on you till the day you die. If people don't like you, they don't like you. That's what you learn when you do social media. The way I see it is these people don't know you, so who gives a right? But like sitting there and not bettering yourself and then crying about how you've got no quality of life, no life at all, no like friends, Wicked denounced knowing you, all of these different things like that. It's not a way to live. And like, I blame her mum, to be honest, for a big part of it, because I think people sometimes need to look at these people's parents and saying that like it's not her mum's responsibility. Of course it is. You're a massive product of your parents, and her parents are massively responsible for the abomination that she has become. And I'm not surprised she is the way she is.
You want that, don't you? Do you want that? Do you really want that? Do you really want me to say something like that so you can have satisfaction? You really want that, don't you? Weirdo. Do you know how many hospital visits I've been to? Do you know how much I've been through? How many DMs I've gotten? How many comments?
Again, not to be a but we've all been through stuff, man. We all have. It's life. Life's horrible and then you die. Life's a and then you drop. It's how it is. But again, the 3 key words. Help. I had to check. Help yourself.
All the men are saying I'm unreal. The men are hitting on me now. It's like, well, I'm not interested. Thanks.
I actually really like her hair like that. I think she looks a lot better with blonde hair or just thicker hair and healthier hair. See, the good that a shower could do, you know, I know that's a wig, but like if you could just make your natural hair not look like it's had grease poured all over it, it's a good start. Anyway, I'm sweating bollocks right now because my PC emits so much heat. I'm tired of watching Elphaba. If you did enjoy this video, it's like a trip down memory lane, isn't it? Me, you, Elphaba, and scabies. It's great. But if you have enjoyed, you should like, I guess. I think that's what you do, right? You ask for likes and then he gives you them or something. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.